So my favorite serious song I think would be Satori no Michi. It was written by Ruth Vines, and I think it was another song that sort of took a long time to develop. When she first created it, it was actually called Asobimasho, and it was like, let's play together. Um, but then when she worked on it some more, it took a few years, she came up with this idea of the path to enlightenment. And I love the meaning of the song and the way that there's an interplay between the old Daiko, which represents the Buddha, and the Chu Daiko, which represents the people searching for their path. And then of course there's all this beautiful instruments that are part of that song, the shakuhachi, the fue, both the 6 and the 8, and then the vibroslap even, right? So there's all these interesting sounds and it's so beautiful, and I think really it's meaningful, which is why I love that song.
My favorite serious song is Roga. That it's the Wolfpack song. I love that its own kind of energy where you have the hunt going on. It has a very deep story, and so there's a lot of background to draw on what your motivation is, how you're playing certain parts of the song, and things like that. And I think that's a pretty awesome song.
The serious song is Roga. It's very hard to tell a story through music without lyrics, and Roga tells a story without lyrics, without melody. It's just drums and manages to tell a story. It's a really cool song.
Probably Roga, since we started doing it, and I think because it is the most serious. The group always tells me I'm not serious enough, so that's why I like it, right? I get to do something I don't usually do, which is try and look ferocious and mean, which I always fail at. But I think that's why I enjoy it. You get to do something that is different from most of our other songs. The style is different, and when you have everyone playing it, it's very loud and impressive, and so it comes across as this sort of overwhelming piece.
So my favorite serious song, I think, is the original version of Kasumi. Tells the story of an army trying to fend off defenders by playing as loudly as they can, and there's a mist, right, that goes with the story and the telling of it. So I really like the intro part of the song, where you can just imagine the mist, you can imagine the invading army marching towards the castle, while the people inside are just, you can feel their hearts beating.
My favorite serious song I would say is Kasumi, and I do like the historical, cultural, like the background for the song, that we are using it as like trying to make it seem like there's a lot of, like, we have a bigger army than we do to like fend off in war. And I think that like concept really felt like really cool to me when I was a kid, and when I was watching it, I remember before we performed it, it was always such a very serious, intense song, and being able to play it myself, I have that image of this is life or death, like you're in war and you're trying to make sure the enemy thinks there's more of you, and that kind of I don't know, seriousness, intensity, kind of life or death feeling felt very, I don't know, cool, I guess.
Miyake. It's a traditional piece. I don't think Nen Daiko's played it more recently, but it was really intense. So there's like 3 different solo parts. It was just so fun and intense to watch, so I liked it.
Serious song is probably Roga, and that goes back to even before joining in 2014. I had always seen this performed before, and it was so powerful. Like, you could feel the energy vibrating in your chest. We played that at Taiko Jam, and it was amazing. I mean, even to this day, it's like, it just has so much energy, and it always makes people gasp, I think. So I think, yeah, I'd say that.
My favorite Nen Daiko serious song, well, I mean, I joined Nen Daiko partially because I was inspired by the song Uroga written by Ryo Shimamoto. And since then, that song has had so many layers of meaning for me, and I still love it very much. But I also wanted to speak about the song Yatai. So the song Yatai was one that Nen Daiko had played for years before I joined, and then we didn't play very much. So this year we put a lot of effort into refreshing it, and I just have really loved learning that song, and I'm so grateful that I got to learn it this year.